thoughts ahead of this game with Wales?
Well, this was the one I was looking forward to on home soil. It was great, the 3 games in America, but to walk out at a Premier League stadium with the England women's national team is going to be a great honour for me. But it's to be fair, it's more about the players. I think the players are more excited about this game. It's a big World Cup qualifying game. You know, the games in America were great for me as a learning curve in terms of getting to know my players and the standards that they're at, and learning about the standards of the other teams in the world that we're competing against. But there's 3 points on offer now. Wales are top of the group, so we've got to make sure by the end of play on Friday that we're back on the top of the group where we believe that we should be. Well, I think the first things first, that we shouldn't take for granted the fact to qualify for a World Cup. I've spoke for the last 2 months about I want to win the World Cup. I want to be the best team in the world with the women's team. But ultimately, we've got to qualify for a World Cup first, and we're not taking that for granted. And we're playing against a Wales team that's really well coached, well organised. They've got some individuals that can cause problems. So that's the first step, is actually to qualify for a World Cup. There was nothing in the She Believes playing against Germany, USA and France that actually left me in any doubt that we can become the best team in the world. We've gone up to second now. We was third when I took over. So the foundations are really strong. But it's ultimately what we do on the field, and I want to and I have been challenging the players every day this week to keep lifting their individual performances. Now it's about individual performances getting better and better, and as a collective team we can get better as well. So it's actually pushing the bar even higher than what's been set.
With the nature of the match being Wales against England, and the rivalry between the two countries, how do you divorce yourself from that emotional attachment, and what do you say to the players about that?
Well, there's a couple of things really. It's England v Wales. It's like a derby game, a home country game, and the fact that we're playing at a Premier League stadium in front of such a big crowd, which is something we've got to deal with. But it's a challenge for the players. A lot of our players know and play with their team as well. So I think it's that old thing, and it's playing the game, not the occasion. My team are used to playing big games. My team are not fazed by big games, and I think it's something that they're actually looking forward to, and they've got that attitude of bring it on, and that's what's been impressive this week. They actually can't wait for Friday. They want to get rid of all the training, all the preparation, and get to 7 o'clock tomorrow night when the game starts, because that's when it matters, and that's when it's another step closer to getting to where we want to be, and that's qualification for the World Cup.
Can you just talk us through the makeup of your squad for tomorrow night's game, because you've had a couple of players drop out and you've called up a couple of new faces as well?
Yeah, well, it's I think it's similar to the last camp that we had. We had a couple of players that dropped out, players that came in, took their opportunities, and from day one I said that the slate is clean, and I've seen enough in the WSL and with our players that are playing abroad that I'm going to give players opportunities to play. I think the biggest example of that is Abby McManus, who has come from nowhere to then playing 2.5 games in She Believes, and will probably stay in the team tomorrow night. So she's took her opportunity, and it's a great example to all those English players out in the WSL that if you come into my squad and you play well, you will stay in there and you will make an impact, and I will treat you the same as everybody else.
Phil, in recent weeks there's been a lot of talk of fixture congestion and tiredness and
Yeah.
fatigue in the players. Have you seen any of that this week?
No, I don't think so. I think, look, the players have been playing a lot of games. You know, Steph and the City girls and the Chelsea players have been playing a lot of games. But it's what I said to them on Sunday night, is that when you start the season, your aim is to be in every competition come March, April, May. And particularly the Chelsea and the City girls, and even the Reading now, who are playing fantastic at the moment. Birmingham are up to third in the league. So I've got a squad that's meeting up that nearly all of them are in the semi-final of the FA Cup. You see the Arsenal and the Everton players in that as well. We've got 2 English teams in the semi-final of the Champions League, and they're all challenging for the league title. So if you get to March and April and you're in that situation, it's actually where you want to be. So embrace it, enjoy it, and go for it. You know, these players work their absolute socks off every day of the week to get to this point in the season, is to meet up, play big games for England and big games for the club. And if we want to get to the number 1 in the world and win World Cups, then that durability, that ability to play 3 games a week in high pressure games, because they are playing high pressure games now. The Champions League fixtures that I saw last week were a step up from WSL. and it's where I want my players playing in the best games. And you know, Steph's got a game in a couple of weeks against Lyon. Lyon, fantastic team, fantastic players, but we've got a City team that they've got a lot of English players in there that are capable of beating them. The same mentality of going out there and actually just playing football, playing with the style that I want them to play, playing with the confidence and belief, and that's the most important thing. When I came out of She Believes, the thing that I thought was that the team needs more belief in the style that I want to play. I think we're making vast strides.